Hello, my juicy peaches, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Priestess Peaches, aka Jackie Lane from yourpeachylife.com. I mostly support ambitious women in long-term relationships with love, pleasure, well-being, and business. I've actually had a really big fear about speaking about veganism on this channel for quite a long time. I used to speak about it a lot. And then I stopped and I started a new channel called Peachy Vegan Goddess. And then I didn't really do anything with it, to be honest. And the thing is, it's obviously a huge part of my life because I have been vegan, cruelty-free for 12 years. And it's something that really matters to me and I feel is really, really important in the world. So I want to be 100% myself and 100% authentic on this channel. My fear is that because I'm speaking about this, that people are going to unsubscribe and not find my other work and not value me or not rate me and just write me off just because of this, that's my fear. And I have decided to overcome that fear and speak about it anyway and share with you the pitfalls that I stumbled upon and the common pitfalls that I see other women and hurdles and obstacles and things that come up when you choose to be cruelty-free and vegan, because the programming for carnism, meaning eating meat, and I don't even like using that word, eating animals and eating things that come out of animals, the programming around carnism is so deep, and it can take some time for everything to align, your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit. So I just want to share, if you are interested and if it inspires you, or if you kind of like, oh, I wish I could, or maybe you've tried before and it didn't work for you and you're just like, oh, I just wish that I could do that. Then I feel like this video will be of benefit. And if not, my lovelies, then no worries. No worries if not. You can click off and scroll on. And I just hope that it doesn't make you not value other things that I share and other things I speak about. They're so noisy. These beautiful geese around here on this lake, these noisy geese. It just breaks my heart that there's so many geese in the world that are being force-fed for foie gras, if that's how you say it. Being force-fed and fattened up and being fed too much in these confined spaces, just so people can have their delicacy. Look how beautiful they are. And they're so funny, they're little honks, just honking away. They're communicating with each other, Oh, there's another two. Here we go. Hopefully you're here still with me. I'm just sat on this little step. And there is the lake. Don't know if you can see that side. But I'm just sat here. There's a little waterfall over there. So I wanted to share some of the common pitfalls because I feel like this is really important. So first of all, the first thing is that I'm going to speak about women, but it does apply to men as well, all people. But a lot of women will come to veganism thinking of it as a diet or a fad diet or a way to lose weight or even just to get healthy and just for kind of nourishment and weight and health. And that's amazing. That is amazing because, it is. Let me just see if I can lean back. There's a lot of little flies and a little spider. Hello. a little spin. Hold on, I'm going to move that spider. Sorry, but no. You're going to have to go over here, my friend. Here you go. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Ooh. There's one of those. That's really great. Wait, where can I put you? Here, here. That's amazing. That is amazing. And obviously, eating lots of fruits and veggies is going to have untold benefits, getting all those nutrients. And so, you know, coming over to veganism for your health and seeing it as a diet, I get it. But there is an issue with that. It is a pitfall, because when you're doing it just for your own personal gain, when you're doing it just for your appearance or the superficial aspects of that, or your weight, and maybe that is a health thing as well, not saying that's all superficial, but when you're just doing it for health, weight, looks, diet, and you see it just as a diet, that's not actually veganism. That is being plant-based. Oh my goodness. Jeez! They flew over my head. They're so loud. Wow, these geese are so loud. Okay, so when you're seeing it just as a diet, that's not veganism. That is being plant-based. And because veganism is about not exploiting and harming and causing suffering or killing animals and using them. So the definition of veganism by the Vegan Society is, as much as possible, as much as humanly possible, seek to not purposely harm and cause suffering and exploit animals, sentient beings. So when you come into the space of doing it not just for you, but for the animals, that's a bigger why than just yourself. And when you educate yourself about what goes on in the animal industries, whether that is free range, grass-fed, biodiversity, or factory farmed, when you educate yourself about what's really going on in slaughterhouses, what really happens when these lovely farmers fool their animals into thinking they care about them and then slit their throats, for money to exploit them, and when they are literally sexually abusing these animals so that they can be bred into existence. When you educate yourself on all of this, when you see it for yourself, you can't unsee it. And maybe for you, you're not an animal lover, but you respect other living beings enough. You don't need to be an animal lover to be vegan, but you can have that level of consciousness and awareness that you respect other living beings' right to life and to not be exploited and abused and effectively murdered and bred into existence through sexually abusive means. You can respect another sentient being, and you don't have to think of animals as important as humans. You don't have to think of animals as anything. You just need a level of respect. And when you educate yourself, it helps you to have awareness and understanding and respect for other sentient beings. It helps you to see what's actually going on and what they're actually experiencing, and you can put yourself in the victim's position, in their position. And, you know, if you've got a dog or a cat or anything like that, then you'll know that if that was happening to your beloved pet, it would be absolutely heartbreaking and devastating. And so it's no different. Other animals are no different. When you educate yourself about that, it helps you to have that bigger why that's beyond just you and your own personal gain. And that bigger why really helps you to stay devoted. And for me, it's the reason. Like, I am vegan for the animals. And for me, I have felt like it is my duty to align with that and to do the best I can for animals. I feel like it is my duty to do the best I can for the most innocent beings on the planet, which is animals. When I say innocent, I mean they're not as conscious as us. They don't, they're not the same as us. They're innocent. They're like little children and babies. And you will know that if you have a pet, you will know that they are innocent, meaning they're not, they don't purposely do certain things. Do you know what I mean? And when you can have that bigger why and level of respect for the animals, it's not just about you. And when something's not just about you, it's about victims, that helps you stay devoted. It's not about guilt tripping yourself or shaming yourself. But to be honest, those emotions, I feel, are a indication when something's out of alignment. Not always, but with something like this, if you do feel guilty, then listen to that guilt and act accordingly and shift your behavior, because there's a reason you do feel guilty. There's a reason that you can't bear to watch animal cruelty and animal suffering. And that means something. So that's the first pitfall, is to not just do it for diet reasons, health reasons, weight reasons, but to get your bigger why, and for that why to be about the animals and to do right by them. And when you have that why, it's about then finding a way for you to be successful and thrive. Because once you have made that decision and you are dedicated and devoted and you've got a bigger why than just yourself, then that really helps you to align. That helps you to figure out a way and helps you to just align with the lifestyle, because it's like that definite decision and it's beyond just you, and that is such a powerful energy and such a powerful thing and mindset to have. So that's the first one. The next one is to make sure that you are getting all the nutrients you need. And I say the nutrients you need. Hold on, there's a spider. A spider is making its web on my face. No, little spider. So the next thing is to make sure you're getting all the nutrients you need. So this is where there's a little bit of trial and error. There's a little bit of experimentation. You may need to get blood tests, things like that. You want to track things. You want to be using apps like Chronometer or Chronometer. How do you say it? Chronometer, or the Daily Dozen. There's lots of different apps that you can get to help you track your macros and micros and your progress and your goals. You can, once you've got everything entered into the apps, then it's just a case of keeping track for a while until you get used to the things that make you feel good, the things that don't make you feel good. I'm all about combining the intuitive stuff, but also the scientific stuff, and so that you can really be vegan in a way that's going to fully support you, fully nourish you, fully satiate you, and that's going to help you thrive.
Oh, I can hear a police car. That's unusual. Maybe it's an ambulance. In the distance. Can you hear it? Probably not.
Because so many people will put so much effort into other diets such as keto, such as GAPS diet, such as this, that, the other, and they're willing to track everything. They're willing to take supplements. They're willing to use powders, when I say powders, I don't mean anything dodgy, but like super powder, super greens, and they're willing to put a lot of effort into it. They're willing to calorie count. They're willing to, all these things for these other approaches. But when it comes to being vegan, it's like the willingness to put that little bit of effort in at the beginning to establish what is needed for your body and for you personally and for what helps you to feel the best. Sorry, I think there's a spider on me. So there's some really good apps that I recommend to women so that they can successfully track everything and establish a way that's going to make them thrive, that's going to actually help them and support them to succeed and thrive being vegan, because that's what we want. We don't want people feeling crappy and not eating enough calories, not getting enough nutrients, not getting enough sustenance and having difficulties. I also feel like it's really important, if you still have a menstrual cycle, to eat according to your cycle as well. And there's certain ways that you can do that so that you are receiving the right kind of foods according to the phase of your cycle, your hormones, because these really impact your mental health, your physical health, all of that. So yes, tracking, trial and error, experimentation, all of that is the next thing, because people... So the next thing is that a lot of people, the next pitfall is that a lot of people will come over to veganism and they will jump into a massive fast or cleanse or detox, and they'll have a healing crisis, and then they don't come out of that detox or cleanse or fast in a very clever way. And then they blame it all on being vegan and, the vegan diet didn't work for me, when it's just the way that they've gone about it. I'm much more about doing it slowly and incrementally, especially if you're coming from a way of living and eating that involves eating a lot of animals and their secretions. It takes time for your gut to get used to a new way of nourishing it. It literally takes time for your gut to start producing different enzymes and for your gut flora to adjust and for all the right gut bacteria to form and the right enzymes to break down the new way that you're eating. It takes some time for that. It takes some time for that. And so, yes, you need to allow yourself some time. You need to give your body some grace, and you need to allow it to get used to what it is you're now eating and how you're nourishing your body. And so, yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with jumping in and doing a cleanse and a detox and, wanting to start fresh and all of that. But it's really about the way you go about it and the way that you come out of your cleanse or detox or fast, and how you reintroduce foods and how you refeed yourself. And the mindset that you're in as well around all of that really does matter. Right, I'm just carrying on walking because it's very noisy at this lake today. Lots of bees, lots of flies, lots of spiders, lots of very noisy geese. I want to carry on walking instead because it's very noisy. But so you don't have to be raw vegan either. You don't have to do keto vegan. You don't have to do any of that. Depending where you are in the world, depending what you want, it's really about finding a way that works for you. I'm all for having raw foods, whole plant foods, but you don't have to. You don't have to be raw. I'm not. I'm not raw vegan. And now and then I might have a little detox or a cleanse, and I might be fasting for a bit and then reintroducing food by being raw for a bit, and then coming back to how I eat. But there's no right or wrong. It's about finding a way that works for you. You don't have to do it any certain way. When I work with women, I take them on a little journey to establish what's right for them and what they want and how they want to go about it. And so then it's about finding a way within that. The last pitfall that I'm going to speak about is when people want to be vegan and they start being vegan, but then they start listening to all the information out there about why being vegan is bad for you, why it's not healthy, why it's not good, why it doesn't work, and the dangers, and the kind of propaganda around it, and conspiracies like, oh, veganism is a conspiracy to whatever people are saying. I've heard so many, like, veganism is a conspiracy to malnourish us. Veganism is a conspiracy for depopulation because it means that you can't be fertile. Just crazy stuff that's just clearly not true. Like, we need to eat animals because that's how we evolved, and so we're meant to eat animals. And I get it. I get all of these, all the science and all the beliefs and all the facts. Wait, can't do it. Facts. And I appreciate that, you know, for some people, they truly believe that they need to eat animals. And so in that case, I really just hope and pray that these people that truly believe they need to eat animals to get their nutrients, that they eat as few animals as possible, and not go from being vegan to suddenly being a carnivore, being on the carnivore diet, because it just makes no sense to me. It's like, well, if you care about animals, wouldn't you seek to, if you really feel like you can't be vegan, wouldn't you seek to consume the least amount of animals or their secretions as possible? Do you know what I mean? I just don't really get it. But whatever, I think it's just when people are just looking for a fad, you know, the next diet, like I said, that's the first pitfall, is seeing it just as a diet. Like, our beliefs really do impact us. They impact the way we feel about things. They impact whether we believe something is possible or not, is going to impact the outcome of that thing. And so if you are letting yourself get scared and fearful and buy into all the negatives and all the reasons why it's not going to work and all the dangers and all the blah, 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 then you're going to put yourself in a negative mindset. You're not going to feel good about it. You're going to be doubting and fearful. And that stress in and of itself is going to affect how you absorb nutrients. It's going to affect how you feel day to day. It's exhausting. It is like such an energy leak and an energy drain. And so what you really want to be doing is focusing on all the information that is saying how good it is, focusing on the people who are thriving and succeeding, and focusing on yourself and focusing on what's true for you, and working through that conditioning and programming, and working through the fears and the doubts and all the things that come up as and when they come up, and actually going really deep with it to find the truth within you, and then stay in that space of curiosity and experimentation until you find the way that works, rather than going into this fear space. And yeah, that is definitely a pitfall that I have seen many people stumble over. Now, these are just a few. These is just a little snippet. Like, these are a few of the things that can come up. There's obviously, each woman has her own personal pitfalls and blocks and concerns and fears and journey. So once you've got the whole nourishing your body thing down and your mindset and all of that, then it's about letting this overflow into other areas of your life, like the shoes you wear, the clothes you wear, the things that you use, the things that you do, and that's for a whole nother video. So if this way of life is calling you and you want to receive support so that you can do it right, or maybe you've tried it before, it didn't work out for you, and this time you want to make sure you get it right, and you feel like you would really benefit with some support, then I want to invite you to my one-to-one program, Vegan Goddess. This is a 3, 6 or 9 month program where you receive weekly calls with me. I'll be teaching you everything there is to know about being vegan, from all the nutrition side of it, the ethical side of it. We'll be going deep into your issues that come up. Maybe you have some health issues, menstrual cycle issues, stage of life issues, blocks, programming, conditioning, all those things. We're going really, really deep into all of it. So it is a comprehensive program. So I will leave the link in the description box to apply to work with me one-to-one for Vegan Goddess. Thank you so much for watching this video and listening, and thank you for letting me be authentically me. I really appreciate it if you've got this far. And yeah, I'm going to go now and enjoy the rest of my walk in nature. It is a lovely day today and it just feels so good to be outside. So yeah, as always, if you haven't been outside for a while, go get outside. Click off this video and go get outside. It's the best thing, honestly. Turn the devices off and go and walk in nature. And yeah, I will catch up with you soon. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day and remember to keep it juicy. Bye.